Hey guys, it's been a while. Um, I was just taking a break. I've been taking a break from this whole political stuff, and until what happened last week, and I was in a shock. I used to listen to Charlie's debates all the time, clips here, clips there, full montage, and his his death definitely became a shock, and a lot of anger. I did feel a lot of anger and realized how hateful people are. Now, the fact that he was shot and killed in front of his kids is the most disturbing thing a child can go through. That image will never leave those kids' brain anymore. That's embedded in their brain. And his wife seeing it, it's the same thing. It's very traumatic. And then came the laughter from the other side, the mocking and the celebration and the laughing, and I'm sure some people had parties of Charlie's death, assassination. And then came the politicians. Oh, we need to be united. We need to do this and blah 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 blah. And then it didn't even take a day for them to go back to business as usual. Trump did this and Trump did that, and the right wings and the fascists and the racists and yada 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 yada. But here's the irony in the whole situation. Now, they were trying to trigger the conservatives, the right wing, whatever you want to call them, to get a reaction. This is the party of tolerance, guys. Democratic Party, the party of tolerance. Liberals, the wing of tolerance. These are the people who are fighting for people's rights. These are the people who are fighting and protesting for the Constitution, for the rights of people. But under what pretenses, right? Because all this rhetoric and violence and all this stuff, where is it coming from? It's not from the right wing, because I'm still waiting for the white supremacy to come through and destroy and lynch and set fire to upside down crosses and whatever it is that they do. Still waiting for it. I still haven't seen it. And what I see is just loots and riots in LA, in Chicago, deaths in Chicago and these liberal cities. That's all I see, right? I'm not the only one that sees this. Everybody's seeing this. But going back to Charlie's assassination. Now, Charlie, 31 years old, 2 kids, 3 and 1, a very outspoken individual, fully opinionated, shot him because of his opinion. Never saw or read or heard of him setting up a protest to go burn or loot. Never saw or read or heard of him calling anybody racist, calling anybody fascist, calling anybody Nazis. Name calling wasn't part of his deal. A white Christian guy, right? Guilty as charged, some would say, of him being a white Christian. And to me, he was a preacher. He was an advocate. He was a preacher. He would, if you listen to his clips, he would always talk about Jesus Christ. He was talking about Christianity. He would always resolve to something related to Christianity or God or faith. Politics was always the secondary argument for him when it came to his debates, and people always took the offense to it. And when you have a guy like Charlie, go around campuses, talk to college students, right? Why you would think why would he pick college students? Now, if you know me, I've always talked about indoctrination of children, indoctrination of kids, young adults. Where does that happen? It does not, almost never happens at home, politically at least. Any indoctrination happening at home, it's either religious based, mostly religious based, or cultural based. But a liberal mindset doesn't magically appear unless it's heavily, heavily, heavily taught at home. I don't teach my kids politics at home. I teach them humility, I teach them Christianity, and I teach them culture and customs, but not violence, not to hate anybody. Now, and again, I'll go back. Why would he go to college campuses? Well, most of the indoctrination is happening in colleges now. 95% of college professors are liberals. 95%. And that's not by accident. The fact that he will go to colleges to basically have a debate with these liberal mindset college students, and if you see both sides of the discussion, when Charlie used to talk to them and when they used to respond back, he's always calm and they're always angry. He's always calm, they're always angry. And that's the difference. They have so much anger, they have so much hate built in them. For what reason, I don't know. Right? They're like, oh, trans rights, oh, gay rights. Well, they have every right of the citizens of the United States. I don't understand what rights are being taken away. And I always tell my kids, when somebody wants you to be kind to them, you give them an inch, and they start taking more and more and more. It's the saying of, I gave you an inch, you took a mile. So we gave them inches, they took miles with their ludicrous requirements, such as bathrooms, unisex bathrooms, basically, such as men in girls' sports, because they can't succeed their own gender line, they have to go to the weaker gender line to win, right? Because of the circle there, and oh, you can do it, you could do it, you could do it. Well, it doesn't work that way. One thing I have to say is, if you have to submit to other people's approval, you're basically trapping yourself in a cage. You'll never be free. You will never be free. You will never be yourself. Because you're submitting, you need to be approved by a group. You need to be approved by certain individuals. You need to be approved by your friends. And once you do that, you put yourself in a cage. And you'll never be free of being yourself. And I've always said, I don't care how you live your life. I don't care how you dress. I don't care how you do your hair. I don't care how you talk. I really don't care. As long as you don't push it on me, as long as you don't push it on others. That's it. I've always said that same thing. So when you put yourself in that cage that you need to be accepted by others, that's when you have the problem. So if you want the freedom of your mind, don't submit to the ideology that you have to be accepted by everybody. That will never work. Always understand that some people may like you, some people may hate you, some people may dislike you. And that is when you become true to yourself. Not everyone's going to like me, not everyone's going to love me, not everyone's going to talk to me. That's just reality. And if I submit to the fact that I have to satisfy everybody, I have to be friends with everybody, then I'm trapping myself, because now I have to be a certain way. I have to align a certain way. And that doesn't, I don't function that way. When I have a family, it's nuclear family only. But the way we are seeing the left operating is that if I don't align with their mindset, I'm a fascist, I'm a racist, I'm a Nazi. Simple. This is the terms they have set forward by the liberal media, mainstream media, Hollywood, actors, everybody. If we don't align with their ideology, we are fascist, we are Nazis, and we are racist. And they have said this over and over and over and over and over again. Constantly. They call us murderers during COVID for not taking the jab. They call us racist. You name it. Anything you wanna know, anything derogatory, they will call you by that. And because of that, they see that they're losing now. Charli Kirk was a fascinating individual. He was able to talk to the young minds and show them the truth of how things work outside of the college campus, outside of this liberal mindset, outside of this bubble. He, in a way, it was him against the Matrix, setting them free. And the Matrix, again, you lock yourself into this little bubble and you just continue on. And which is fine. If that's the way you want to be, cool. And he will come and tell you, hey, if you open yourself up to Jesus Christ, if you open yourself up to God, maybe and only maybe, if you want to do it, you will come out of this cage. You'll be released of this cage. You'll be free. You'll be all right. And in many of his talks, he would tell liberals the same message. And sometimes he was applauded by it, by the individual receiving that message. Sometimes he was hated by it. That's just how the world is. But the evil, the devil, the evil, whatever you want to call it, it's so strong and it's so hard to fight off. It's not easy. You have to accept it by yourself first. But man, the amount of evil I saw this past week, it's insane. This is why I waited a week to make a video. I was going to jump on the camera and make a video the day one. I was like, nope, I can't do it right now. I don't want to do it. I want to see how this plays out. I truly wasn't expecting what I saw. But man, I was wrong. I was really hoping for people not to celebrate this. And man, shocking. I am shocked. I can't say I'm shocked, because these young scholars, these young astronauts, whatever, you want to call these kids, assholes, celebrating someone's assassination. Charlie was not a political figure. He was not a politician. He was an activist. A good one, for that matter. But you know what, Charlie? You just gained another mic. Now, I know I can't make videos every day. I can't make videos every week. I will jump on here when I can and put my thoughts out there. And yeah, it's been a sad week for me. But again, I put my faith in God, and I hope we can heal. It's going to be a long process, guys. It's going to be a long road ahead of us. And seems like the left and the liberals are not settling down. I think they want more blood. They're seeking more blood. And that's what they want. They want reaction. They want an aggressive reaction from the conservative side. And they're not going to get it. Because we're not judgment. We're not the judge and the jury. We don't do that. We will defend ourselves, but we will not go out looking for blood. But we will defend ourselves. They are out for blood, not us. We tend to be more calm, and it's been proven we are more calm, we are more tolerant. We tolerate a lot. And it seems like the party of tolerance, the Democratic Party, is not the party of tolerance. They're the party of angry mob that loves to burn, loot, and murder. So, leave your comments down below, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Let's start taking over. One word at a time. Let's start taking over, guys. I guess this is one way of doing it. So, peace out.